In this video, I'm going to share with you guys a game where I totally gave my opponent more respect than he deserved. My opponent is rated over 2,000, okay? And I played, I would say, a pretty great game against him. I had many winning chances against him. Not one, not two, not three, but a few more after that, right? And I got into a position where he actually gave me a free night. But you know, I got into a situation where I gave my opponent more respect than he deserved because of his high rating. And I think that's where the psychology of chess comes into play, where you literally have to play the board, not the person. This guy, he got so lucky. I mean, I gave a guy more respect than he deserved. I had this game won multiple times. I actually even think it's probably important to show the eval bar here, right? Because he's rated much higher than me. And watch the game that I give him, guys. I think he's a master. What? Let me see. Google.com. Okay. What rating master in chess? 2,200. Okay. National master. Okay. So he's an expert. What rating is expert? Okay, so this guy, an expert player, that means that he has a 2 next to his name. He's just over 2,000. I think like 2,100 player or something like that. And everybody locally knows him as such a good chess player. He's so good, da-da-da-da. So I'm going to show you guys a game where I gave him much more respect than I should have. And I really, really have to stop doing that. But I guess that's the psychology of chess. And, you know, keep going through the same thing. Eventually, you're going to learn to play the board and not play the person. Because I had opportunity after opportunity to win this particular game. Mentally, I must have fell into a situation where I psyched myself out, and I must have thought that because he was such a higher rated player than me, like, nah, that knight can't really be free. But actually, the knight was really free. Nah, he didn't just, you know, give me the position. No, you are winning this game. Like, you know, you really, really have to know it. You really, really have to believe it so that you can begin and start to beat these higher rated players. So let's take a look at the game, guys. And this is a clear example of why you do not give your opponent more respect than he deserves. And by deserves, I mean than what he plays for. He should not get any respect. Make him earn it by playing good chess on the board, which this guy did not do, yet he did beat me. This is round 2. Let's get started. My opponent's white in this position. I'm black here. He played with an 80.9% extra. Yo! He played with an 80.9% accuracy. And I played with a 97.3% accuracy. But I still lost the game. My accuracy level was better than his accuracy level, and I still lost the game. I didn't even know that that was possible. Okay. The computer gives him a game rating of a 2050. I have a game rating of a 2,500. Just look at the fact that I outplayed this guy. I literally outplayed this dude. Okay? But it came down to a situation. I'm going to say it again. Mentally, psychology, I gave him more respect than he deserved. I gave him more respect than his moves deserved. I gave him respect for things outside of the game, like everybody saying he's a strong player, what his rating is, you know, rather than the moves that he played on the board. Because the moves he played on the board were not by any means something I should have gave respect over myself, because I was playing better than him, stronger than him. That's why you have to play the board and not the person. But without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So he starts off there. I get into my Caro-Kann, we exchange. Okay, he plays the move c4, knight f6, he pushes forward, not a great move. I play my knight to c6 there, bishop comes out, guys. And the reason, again, that I have the eval bar in this particular game is because I just want you guys to see how he's a higher rated player than me, and I still had many, many winning chances in his game, and I ultimately gave him more respect than his moves deserved. Okay, bishop came out to b5 there. I make the move g6. Why doesn't the computer like g6? What do they like instead? G6 is option 2. They say e5 is better. Okay, no problem. G6, knight comes out, bishop. Okay, developing my bishop there. His queen comes out. I take. This is a great move. In this position, I saw that he had 1, 2 on this. But, you know, if I go try to guard that, then the knight will come in there, and that would be pretty dangerous for me, right? So I decided bishop takes, which turned out to be a great move. I knew it was a good move. I didn't know it was a great move, but yeah. Bishop takes. I take back there, and then he takes back. I go queen to c7. Not the best, obviously, right? Bishop to e3. I get castle. But look at this. Look at the eval bar. Guys, straight out the opening. Who's winning the game? Who's got king safety? Whose position is better straight out the opening? Black. I'm better here. And the eval bar and the computer says so, right? So I know I'm better. It's just a matter of him being higher rated than me, and therefore me giving him way more respect than he deserved. I should have won his game, right? But anyway, he makes the move knight to c3. I played a move a5. I would say this is like my first real mistake. Like, well, I actually say, okay, this is a mistake there. There's no reason for me to play that move, right? If anything, it just allows him to push these pawns forward. Then rook to b8. As you guys can see, these are moves where he slowly starts to creep back into position and gain a winning position there. Now he moves up again. Now I got these strong pieces along the b file looking, babysitting this pawn. You don't really want that. That's not the best way I should have played this position. Instead of a5 at all, literally e5. e5 works, but what I was afraid of in a game, just not... In this position, I'm totally winning. And instead of making a move like a5, what's wrong with a move like e5, right? That's a great move. That is a really good move, right? Because once he takes, if he takes anyway, I don't think he would take that, because once he takes queen here, and now look, I'm looking at these unprotected pieces of yours. What you gonna do? You can't really move this knight. If you move the knight, let's say you move the knight anywhere, then you lose a rook. Okay, and then let's say that you don't move the knight, say you protect it, then I push this pawn. So you're losing a piece regardless here. So guys, instead of a5, right, the move was clearly e5, but the reason I didn't play it is because I don't know if it's a matter of focus. I don't know if it's a matter of laziness, meaning not seeing the line all the way through, because I think I slightly considered a move e5, but maybe I just didn't want no smoke. Like, I was ducking smoke, for real. That's the best way I could phrase it, because, you know, I saw e5, then I saw him take, and then I saw that I had to take back, and I'm worried about this free pawn. Not even realizing, not seeing all the line all the way through, that he's got two hanging pieces there. He literally can't play. He cannot take that pawn. And even worse than that, he can't even take e5. He cannot take the pawn on e5. Because if he does, this happens, right? So, I don't know, guys. I think it's just a matter of, you know, not fully analyzing the position with a combination of, because he was rated so high, even though I know I'm winning here, underestimating myself because he's so high rated, because everyone says he's so good. Just giving him breaks that I otherwise probably would not have given another player, right? e5 is an excellent move. You can't even play this move. If you play this move, then you blunder one of these pieces here. One of these pieces are going to fall, so you can't even take there. e5 followed by a move like rook e6, right? And then you're in pretty big trouble. So, yeah, guys, that was just something that, again, I overlooked it, right? I played a move a5, and this is kind of when he starts to win back the position here, because then he gets these pawn pushes. Then I played this, and he goes forward, and now I'm just all over on this side of the board when I'm supposed to be here. So that's not the best move there. He gets castle long. You guys see what the eval bar is doing now? Let's keep going back and forth. When I clearly had the position, but I gave it up due to a5 instead of e5, when e5 was clearly the best move, probably even a winning move. He gets castle there. Now I play e5, and it's like, girl, why you play e5 so late? Now you play e5, because I was worried about this stupid pawn. I was worried, not stupid pawn, but I was worried about this pawn here. I didn't see that. Oh, he can't take my pawn. If he takes my pawn, he would have lost some material. He can't take that pawn. But I was so worried about that pawn that I didn't play this right away. And now I played it when this pawn here is protected. But that's just silly. That's silly chess. He takes, and now I attack the pawn. You know? But I allowed myself to go down the pawn before playing e5. It's just crazy. I got to do better than that, right? And then he plays this move, f4. I played the move bishop f8. This got a great move. Guys, look again. I am still winning here. I am still winning. And I knew it. I knew I was winning. That's the crazy part. I knew I was winning, even with a move like a5, even with these pawns like in my house like this. when I finally played e5 here, I knew I had to attack the base of this pawn chain or else I was going to have problems. So I finally played it. He takes, I drop it back. He plays that move f4. And look, guys, I'm winning the game again. So this is chance number 2 to win a game. This is chance number 2. And look at how I mess it up. All because in my head, it's almost like I'm not believing it. Like, yeah, he's so strong. I'm beating him. But no, not really, because he's so strong. But no, I'm actually winning the game, which is crazy. Like, I got to do better with that. Like, I seriously have to do better than that. Because it's happening over and over and over again, where I'm playing higher rated players, and I am winning the game out the opening. I had many chances in the middle game. So anyway, I played a move bishop to f8. He takes there. Guys, this is a huge mistake. This is a huge blunder. This is a free knight, okay? However, this is a free knight. But guess what? I did not even take the knight because I remember this position specifically. In my head, I'm like, wait. He's an expert. Well, I didn't think about it like that, but I'm like, man, there has to be something to this. This can't be that free. He didn't just give me a free knight. So what do? I sit there, I see a ghost in my head, I calculate a ghost. I'm like, oh, okay, I see why he did that. Because if I take, then he just pushes up, and then he'll have this pawn looking at a major piece and a minor piece. Okay, so I see why he played that. He'll get his material back. And I stopped the whole line right there. Like, you know what, this expert player, he couldn't have just given me a free knight. That's just totally impossible, right? He's an expert. He wouldn't have just given me a free knight. This knight isn't free. Guys, if I would have calculated the line further, okay, pawn takes, pawn pushes, looking at this knight and this queen here, but all I do is pin the pawn to the king. Rook to c8, pinning the rook to his king, guys. So I didn't even calculate it all the way through. I totally psyched myself out thinking, okay, I take, he push forward, and guess what? He about to get his material back and I'm busted. But no, he can't get his material back because I have this move, rook to c8 here. Look, I even have queen to c8, pinning the king. The queen to c8 was the better move. I thought I had, after the game I seen that I had rook to c8, but look, I even had queen to c8. So this is just all false, and it's totally made up in my mind. Like, oh, I played this great move, bishop to f8. Look at the eval bar, guys. This is opportunity number 2 to win this game. To win this game, mind you, he's a pawn up right now. So I'm focused on getting my material back. I think a little bit too focused on that. Like, it's not even important. Look at where his king is. His king is exposed. I got these major pieces looking this way. Like, we about to go over there, right? However, and he knows he's losing. So he's at the board and he just does something crazy like this. You know, he knows he's losing, so he puts himself in a worse position with knight takes d5. Guys, and instead of just picking up my free material, I'm like, man, this can't be. This can't be. A player of his caliber couldn't have just given me a free knight. Oh, I see the play. He's going to play there. Oh, and then he gets his material back. So maybe I shouldn't take the knight. But he doesn't get his material back because I have queen to c8 or rook to c8. Queen to c8 obviously being the better move. So this is all bullshit. This is all false. You know, I made it up because I gave him more respect than he deserved. What should have happened was I should have took that knight. He should have walked forward. And then I should have pinned his pawn to his king. And guess what, guys? I'm winning this. This is over. This is over. He's down in material. His king is in the center of the board. I got all these major pieces into the attack. Like, it's about to be over for him, right? Got this bishop coming. Okay, I got my knight, could go anywhere he wants. You know, I got things going on here. However, because he's higher rated than me, in my mind, when I saw him take this pawn, I just was like, it got to be something to this. You know? And that's why, guys, in this video, I just really wanted to touch on that. Don't give your opponent more respect than he deserves. Don't assume because he's a higher rated player, he know how to play chess. Because a lot of times, they're bad. They make bad decisions, bad moves. They're overconfident. Okay? This is a terrible, terrible move. This is a game-deciding move. But look, guys. Look at the elo. If I would have just taken another second and just calculated it fully, I think I would have found that, hey, C takes D actually works. Okay? And also, I am a -2 in this position. It shouldn't even be a question. C takes D is necessary. It's necessary. Period, point blank. But guys, of course, I thought he had something he did not have, so I played this terrible move, totally missed it, and now the eval bar is back to an even game, and he plays knight to f6 check. I move over, and then his bishop takes, my bishop takes, and now I'm in somewhat of a scenario here, right? Rook comes in. Right here, I know I'm losing this rook, so I know he's about to go up some material, so I just try to snatch me some material there. He takes, I go back into check. Not the greatest, right? I should have left his king exposed for me to utilize this diagonal whenever it was more effective to me. I should not have done this now, because then this gives him the opportunity to move to a safe square, which he did. The thing is, we want him on that dark color complex when we have a dark square bishop, right? So, yeah, so he moved to king to c2. I take back with the rook. He plays this move. This is a blunder, apparently, and I wonder why. c5. Okay, let's see. c5 here. Okay, now I'm looking at this rook. Guys, look, another opportunity to win material and neutralize and even win the game, right? Look at h to d1, queen to g2, check. Okay, guys, so look at this. Look at, I had another opportunity here. Another opportunity. Like, it's just ridiculous. But again, I just took on b6. He plays this move. I totally overlook the opportunity that I had here. And I play queen captures b6. He plays queen there. And I'm analyzing this position, trying to see what I have. I did not make the best decision here, but ultimately I decided queen captures. It's not winning at all. When I trade the piece off, now he takes back and he's up a pawn. And now we get into an end game, right? We get into an end game where, you know, he's able to close it out. But I get some material back, you know, kind of neutralizing the position. It's an even game here. The material's even. But, you know, right now it's his move. He plays there. I take there. Not the best move, right? And ultimately, he beats me in the end game, guys. But, you know, to basically go 0-2, game 1 I lost due to overlooking checkmate, but even deeper than that, my issues with my back rank, right? And that wasn't, as you guys can see in these games, I haven't yet made any terrible blunders, any terrible mistakes. It's the little things. It's the small, unique details that matter. Like in this game, it's the small things that truly, truly lost this game for me, right? The small things, okay? Giving him more respect than he deserved when he had that knight on d5. Knowing I'm winning out the opening and playing a move like a5 instead of e5, even though he had all that free material along this diagonal, right? So it's the little things. I'm not making huge mistakes. I'm making tiny mistakes that are causing me to lose these games. But I'm outplaying these players. This guy's an expert. He got a 2 next to his name. I'm very much capable of playing great chess. I just got to get to a point where, you know, I'm not believing the nonsense. I'm not believing the nonsense, and I'm playing good chess. So just a quick rerun of this game, guys. Just check out the eval bar, the whole entire game. Okay? Look, I outplay him in the entire opening. He's lost. He's lost here. I get castle. Look at where his king is. Look at the eval bar here, right? It's my move. He plays there. Look, free. Nobody protecting this knight. Free. Nobody protecting this rook. King in the center of the board. E5 is clearly the move, not A5. E5. King in the center of the board, hanging. But I'm worried about, oh, if I play this, he takes, and then I take back, and then he gets to take this. No, he doesn't. Check. He doesn't get to take that piece, right? So that was winning opportunity number 1 for me in this game against a higher rated player. But, you know, I psyched myself out just trying to be perfect. Not trying to leave a pawn unprotected. But also, too, not taking in deep enough consideration, his pieces are hanging. He plays this move. I bring my rook over. Probably not the best. He plays that move. Bring my queen over. Not the best again. He gets castle long. Okay, now I play the move e5. Now I play it. Why? Because I got protection over this pawn now. And it's just like, You didn't need protection over that pawn in the first place to play it because he had these hanging pieces, right? So now I play the move e5. He captures. Knight goes there. He plays f4, bishop f8. What a great move. I'm in another winning position. This is winning position number 2. Winning position number 2. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What you going to do? Try to guard the pawn some way? If you go queen a3, then my queen is able to get in here. And that's what I thought. I thought he was going to go queen a3 so that my queen could get in here, right? But he didn't. So, guys, this is opportunity 1. You guys see how I lost the position? I got it back. Opportunity 1. And then knight takes d4. OMG, he just lost the game. Like, you're literally losing. You're literally losing. All I have to do is c captures d5. That's it. That's it. And I just won this game. King in the center of the board. You can't push this pawn and win any material because this rook is just going to come here. So I let him take my pawn. And because he's a higher rated player, I say to myself, man, I look at the position. Don't get me wrong. I do analyze this. I do look at the knight. I do look at it. Okay? But I just sit there and I make up something in my head. I'm like, man, if c takes, pawn pushes forward. Oh, and he get his piece back. And I totally ignore the fact that I got rook to c1. Looking at that king, that's unsafe. So, guys, this is opportunity number 3 for me to take. He push, pin, and win this game. So it's the 3rd opportunity that I had to win this game against an expert level player. Okay? But because I decided to give him more respect than he earned, than he deserved, because people say he's such a strong player, I gave him more respect than he deserved when I should have just been playing the board, not the player. I take this pawn, and the position becomes even again. Not a good decision. Not a good decision. And it's actually a game-deciding decision, you know, because once he goes knight there, king moves over, I had to check, he takes, I take. Now he gets this move on. He's about to win some material here. I take, he takes, I drop back, check. This is a bad, bad move. And from here, it's pretty difficult to recover, right? Because now his king moves to a much safer square. Rook takes back. He brings his rook over, guys. Look, this is opportunity 4. The position is back neutralized. Opportunity 4. With a move like c5 and then queen looking along this diagonal, pretty soon I'm about to win some material, right? But I didn't play that. Instead, I played queen to b6. Not the best move. White's winning here. You know, queen there. I take, again, really not the best move because you're going into the endgame down material. Of course, I get the material back, but he's still a little bit better here. And this is the position, right, where he's slightly winning. So I had not 1, not 2, not 3, but even 4 opportunities. 3 opportunities to win. 4 opportunities to have a winning position against this player, and he's rated much higher than me. So, guys, all of this to say, never give your opponent more respect than he deserves. I don't care what his rating is. I don't care what the local club says about his game, because, guys, people are not as good as they pretend to be, and they're not. They're just not. They're just not. At the end of the day, we got to play chess. So, on a move like knight takes d5, just see the line through. Don't just be like this was the game-changing moment, I think. I think if I just take it like I know to take it, I'm okay. But I think, man, that knight can't really be free. He's got to have some idea. So I take, and then I calculate this pawn push as if it's the end-all, be-all. But in reality, I had this rook to c8 move. So, guys, call people bluffs. Don't let rating, you know, intimidate you or decide games for you. And I would say overall, that's what this game taught me, guys. So this is round 2 of the tournament of this past weekend. As you guys know, I lost game 1. And then this is game 2, another unfortunate loss. And it's just like, damn, I got to get back on, you know, YouTube and tell my peoples that I lost another game. And it's just like, it's just who wants to lose, especially when you are winning. That's the whole thing. It's like, keep having to say, okay, I lost games where I'm winning. It's like I have to play better. I have to know what's going on in the position deeper than what I give myself credit for because I know how to analyze. It's just, you know, I'm letting people, I'm giving them more respect than they deserve. And really, what I have to do is call their bluff because he's losing right now. He's literally lost, right? And he was lost a few times in this game. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. Always play the board. not the opponent. Play the board, not the opponent. And that was my major takeaway from this game. I don't care what their rating is. Play the board, not the opponent, guys. And I will see you in the next video.